Hey, it's Mike from DriveID.com, and today is vlog number 10, which is a little bit of a milestone for me. It's just, just 2 digits, and I just started this recently, so I'm pretty stoked on that. But today, we're going to talk about mentors and why they are important. I put my logo in there, and there's me right in the back in the reflection. So I did a vlog yesterday, and it was about pricing and why people ask the question, why do you cost so much? And I kind of went on a tangent about it, and I was like, let me not post that one. So I wanted to switch the gears a bit and talk about mentors because I guess this week is, when the week started, there were some crazy things that happened that I heard of in my personal life about something crazy that went down. And it started the week, and it kind of flattened me a little bit, or a lot. And and it's not about me, and it's just about feeling really bad for somebody. And it's just when you have to realize when you're doing this whole business thing that personal things come in, but they can't stop you from still going through the week, even though you're like, I really need some time to kind of digest this because it's really fucked up, but I still have to run a business. And it's a weird balance to have. And in these situations, it's good to have people around you in business that can keep you motivated. And that's where, like I said, mentors, they come around. And I just want to kind of give a list about the mentors that have helped me because of similar situations where personal things have happened, but I had to keep going because I need to run a business. So my first mentorship was in 2012. I met this guy, Chris Lipper, in Morris County, New Jersey, and we were going to the same CrossFit gym, and he ran this group, this mastermind group called Tab, and I was really interested because I was just starting to freelance. So he was like, yeah, come check it out, and what we do is we get 8 people in a room once a month for 4 hours, and they're all business owners, and everyone talks about their challenges and their goals, and everyone gets, some time to talk about it, and everyone gets feedback, and it was really great because in about 4 months' time, I had complete focus of where I should take my business. And I had a group of people that I could reach out to and say, hey, I'm struggling with this, or I have a question about this. And they're like, well, this is what I've done, or this is what I've heard. And all these things really helped me in my business, even understand what a business was. I didn't understand about systems and processes, and I should read books, and I should, what is sales, and how do you speak in a sales meeting? There's all these things that I didn't know. And by being in this group, it just catapulted me to understand, to put me into the mindset of really running a business. So from there, it was awesome, and it got me into networking. And after that, I got a business coach, one-on-one business coach, Dave Shanebeck, and he was the COO. I keep messing this up, and Dave, you're watching this, I'm so sorry, but he was one of the guys that he was working for Toys R Us, and they came to me and said, hey, we have this initiative, and we want to start this thing for children. So Dave was basically at the ground floor of starting Babies R Us, and he helped grow the company with his team, and in decision making to $3 billion. And it took a lot of time, but he knew how to structure a company, and that's what I really wanted. So I brought him in as a business coach, and I worked with him for about 1.5 years, and he gave me a lot of structure and tips on how to structure my week, how to set goals, how to get those goals in small bites, a lot of things. And on a personal level, he helped me because I had some personal things go down where I had my dad had passed away, and I was going through that, and I also was just getting separated at the time. So it was really close in proximity of all these things happening, but I still had to run a business. And I'm like, how the fuck do you balance this? And I remember Dave came into my office one day, and I just lost it. I broke down, and I'm like, I can't do this. And for an hour, I went from the first minute he walked in, I'm literally bawling my eyes out. And he leaves an hour later, and I just felt like, I was like, all right, cool. I have structure right now of how to keep going, what my goal is for that week, how to stay focused. But he also just listened as a friend. I was like, man, I'm here to listen. And it was like a therapy session at the same time. And that's what mentors kind of are. They don't just give you really good feedback. They just also listen, and they're they can relate and just kind of get you out of the shit. And that was a really tough time. And he was awesome through that. And at the same time, I had another mentor. I was doing sales training with Sandler Sales Training, and Frank Morales, he's gonna kill me. Frank Morales in Sandler Training up in Morristown, New Jersey. I was taking sales training with him, and he was coaching me through sales. And again, he became just a really good friend. And we still text to this day. You know, I'm living in North Carolina right now, but we still text and talk, and he gives me advice. And, you know, he's someone I can reach out to, and I'm like, yo, man, like, I need to focus on sales. I need to do this. I need to, hamper down. He's like, give me a call. Like, I'll talk you through it. I'll ask you questions and what you need to do. And all these guys have been such a huge reason why I can still do this today. And now I have a mentor. I don't want to say who it is because he's kind of helping me out on his own time here and there, and it's not like every day, but I can literally reach out to him, and he's super smart, and he's no bullshit, and he gives me like just direct advice, and he's like, what's your goal this week? That's all you gotta focus on. Stop doing all this other shit. You know, stop being a little bitch. It's hilarious because it's just true, and it's what I need, and I respect the hell out of it. And he just doesn't sugarcoat it, and it keeps me going. You know, and this week was a shitty week, and I started off, and it's not like it's the kind of mentorship where I don't call them up and I'm like, hey man, here's like my woes, but it was just, yeah, some crap went down, and I just need, you know, I just gotta get focused, and they're like, you know, hey man, just take a breather, you know, just step back for a minute and take time, you know. And that was like something I needed to hear. And then through that though, it was just kind of like, well, how do I get back on track? How do I do this? And he's like, you know, do this again. Here's your one goal. Focus on this. And you know, and that's all I want to hear from you. And it's helpful. So the whole point of this video is to just tell people, like, you know, don't try to do this stuff alone. You know, as being a solopreneur, even if you have a company, when you have like 10 or 15 employees under you, like, find someone that you can talk to and relate to, but someone who is knowledgeable about doing these things, and they're above where you are at and they're where you want to be. And that's really helpful because it helps you strive to get to that position. And if you surround yourself with people that don't understand, you know, you can't rely on your friends to give you advice because they just don't understand it if they're working for a job, but you can't expect them to. And, you know, so you have to find people that can help you through this. And again, you know, you need to find your mentor, and you need to hone in on them and the things that they know, the things that they know, and the things they can get you through. So I hope this was helpful. So make sure, if you have any questions, comment below. So make sure you're subscribed to my channel if you feel like this is helpful. I've got other vlogs which you can click on the video up there, and I'll take you back to the previous one. And yeah, so to all of my mentors, to Chris, to Dave, to Frank, and to my secretive one, you guys are all awesome, and I'm been really appreciative through the years, and it's always going to carry through with me. And yeah, so thanks.